Welcome back everyone, and in today's news, E3 returns and Outriders developers talk about DLC. Let's go. To say Outriders has done well would be a massive understatement. Although the game From People Can Fly has amassed a massive online multiplayer base, at some point peaking at 125,000 concurrent players, the game has been riddled with bugs from day one, and has riddled players with unfortunate gameplay experiences from day one. For now, it's the priority of the developers to fix the known bugs to allow the current players to enjoy the game, and if demand allows for it, they'll start talking about additional DLC. Let us know in the comments if you've experienced any of the bugs during your gameplay. Capcom has released the system requirements for Resident Evil Village, and it's quite reasonable in fact. Judging from the way the recent Resident Evil remakes looked, and from the initial trailers for Village, we expect a good looking game. If we have a look at the requirements here, the minimum requirements for Resident Evil requires only a Ryzen 3, 8 gigs of memory, and a GTX 1050, while the recommended requirements requires something more akin to a GTX 1070 and a Ryzen 5 3600. The game targets 1080-60 frames per second, and ray tracing will not be achievable if you only have the minimum requirements. Let us know if your setup will be able to play this game at 4K 120 frames per second. Vintage games and consoles are starting to gain major premium prices. Must be because we're still playing games inside, right? A rare copy of Super Mario Bros has sold for over $660,000 over the weekend. Yes, never mind buying a new RTX 3090. The price makes it the highest price paid for a collectible game ever. The highest previous price for a copy of Super Mario Bros sold for around $114,000. And just in general, it seems the price of vintage gaming items has risen quite dramatically. I have no doubt that the cartridge will sell for $1 million in a few years' time from now. Now, where is my copy of ET, by the way? After a hiatus in 2020, E3 is back. The Entertainment Software Association announced that E3 2021 will be returning, but in a digital format, as many shows nowadays are doing. Several companies have already confirmed their attendance for the event, these including Nintendo, Xbox and Capcom, and will be free to audiences worldwide. E3 has been the biggest gaming related event for years and give companies major exposure. Stanley P. Lewis, President and CEO of the ESA, had the following to say: "We are evolving this year's E3 into a more inclusive event, but still look to excite the fans with major reveals and insider opportunities that make this event the indispensable center for video games." Some companies, however, are not confirmed to attend this event, including Sony and EA. With some outlets already hosting their own events during the pandemic, they might want to continue to host their own events over which they'll have full control. The event will take place from June 12th to 15th. Let us know if you think E3 still has a place in the industry. Oddworld Soulstorm is generations away from how Abe's Odyssey started on the PlayStation. In Soulstorm, Abe must free his friends from being slaves. The game is very action-packed and will even allow you to complete the game in a pacifist manner, meaning without the need to kill any enemies. The game is currently on sale for $45 on the Epic Games Store, but free for those owning PlayStation Plus. So be sure to check it out and let us know how Abe does in his latest adventure. If you're one of the lucky few that was selected for the Diablo 2 Resurrected alpha testing, well, get ready. Blizzard announced that the alpha testing goes live on April the 9th, 10 AM Eastern Time. The test will allow players to select 3 of the 7 classes: Barbarian, Amazon and Sorceress, and with full access to the first 2 acts of the game. And if you're real hardcore, you can grind out to the maximum level, as there's no level cap either. Fingers crossed, of course, that the game still releases later this year. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and if you liked this video, please hit the like button and remember to subscribe for more up-to-date gaming news. See ya.